welcome back to another Cash Practice Training Tuesday. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. Part of this is going to be a little bit of an experiment for me as I walk through the online patient attraction system. And in doing so, you're going to see each step from concept creation of an online workshop or webinar to the follow-up after that webinar, and data analysis and kind of post-game analysis of a webinar to make sure your future ones are even better. But this is the process that I've been talking a lot about lately on these videos, as well as teaching my mastermind group of creating online workshops or webinars. I'm going to use those terms synonymously to attract new patients, whether telehealth or in-clinic patients, to your practice. And so we're going to walk through each step today. And the way we're going to walk through each step is I'm going to show you the actual backside, the inside of the course that we just created and we just launched. If you want to check it out, it's at drjarodcarter.com/workshop course. There's a link in the Facebook Live description below as well. But so give me 1 second. I've not done this before on this platform where I'm going to share my screen. Okay, now you see like me going into infinity there. And so here now, I am going to flip over here to the online patient attraction system. Those of you who are watching live right now, if you could let me know if you're seeing this screen, because I had to switch over to another screen, and I want to make sure, and I'll wait for a second as I talk a little bit. If you could just let me know in the comments, are you seeing my home screen that says the online patient attraction system? I'm going to go on, yes, it's showing it. So here we are at the home screen, the home page, of the online patient attraction system. Again, this is a step-by-step guide on how to create webinars and online online workshops to attract new patients or reactivate former patients for your practice, whether they're telehealth patients or online patients. This has worked both for me and for my mastermind students beautifully in the past kind of 2 months now. For those who've been kind of getting my emails, you know that one of my most recent workshops that we did for the clinic, we generated about $4,000 worth of clients from that webinar. And one of the things that you also might have read if you're on my email list is that I didn't actually promote that particular webinar hard. I wanted a kind of a smaller audience to work through some technical details. So there was only 15 people there live. We only had I think 22 signups. I think 15 showed up live, which is actually a decent percentage. And, so from that, either during the webinar or the follow-up, which you'll learn more about here in a moment, afterwards, we were able to generate $4,000 worth of new clients, new signups, new plans of care. And so this is going to walk you through kind of how we did that. Really every step. This is going to show you kind of what to do, and the course itself, if you're interested and you purchase access to it, it's going to show you exactly each step of what to do, as you'll see. So we scroll down, we have a nice little welcome video, and here you can download the master guidebook that goes along with the course. I'm going to flip over here. Hopefully it's still sharing the screen. This is the guidebook. It's about 37 pages long. I tried with this course to give you everything you need, but also make it as concise as possible, because the name of the game at all times, but really especially now, is speed. Like people, practices need new patients badly now, like very fast. If you're a practice owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not in that boat right now, then congratulations. We've luckily been doing the right things, and we're not, scrambling like we were in the beginning. But most practices still are in a situation where they really need more business as fast as possible. And so I tried to keep that in mind as we created this. So this is a clickable table of contents. It's going to take you to all these different parts of the course. And if you access this course and you join us, and by the way, this is self-paced. It's pre-recorded. You can fly through it and implement everything as fast as you want. You don't have to wait for a weekly, live course gathering or anything like that. But you can get this guidebook and then go through all the course modules, which are video-based, with that guidebook. And I say that because it's important that you have that more concise step-by-step written format, but also there's plenty of things in these videos that I say that aren't in the guidebook. Otherwise, the guidebook would have become way too long. And I wanted you to have these concise kind of checklists and structured things via text that would go along with the more detailed information in the videos and in the audio. And I say videos and audio because, as you see here, as we switch over, we're here in the module 1, lesson 1. So these are the videos here at the top, but every one of them has audio. So if you are, wanting to listen on the go, or for whatever reason don't want to watch the videos and you just want to listen, then you can do that as well. We've made that a possibility. Okay, so here we are, lesson 1, planning and strategy. First, just finding your target market if you haven't defined that yet, and then creating the topic that's going to be really, really attractive to that target market, and then creating a topic that is just super click worthy and registration worthy. The way you craft that title, we go through in detail with this course on the different ways to come about something that's not just going to be kind of clinical related or dry or whatever, but really going to get clicks, going to get registrants, and then you can take it from there to make sure they show up live and convert. So planning and strategy. Then we also, as part of module 1, have the tech gear guide. Sometimes just a simple computer, with a nice stand that's going to give a good angle of your face is going to be all you need. But sometimes you need lighting. Sometimes you're going to need mics. Sometimes you have to consider, well, do I want to step back and get away from the screen? And therefore, do I need maybe a camera with a wide enough angle? Do I need, there's a lot of different equipment that could go into it if needed. So we've curated a very affordable list of those things and told you, okay, if you, based on the type of workshop that you want to do, these are the things you might want to consider getting, right? So we really kind of take the guesswork out of that. And that's a big, huge part of this is like, if someone wanted to do this on their own, yeah, they could probably spend 50 hours. I mean, I've been doing webinars for years and years. So we've worked this stuff out over years of what's worked, everything from the technical, logistical stuff to the sales and conversions part of it and the follow-up and the data analysis and, all that put together in one place. This is going to save you dozens and dozens of hours and the likelihood that you probably miss some really important details otherwise if you're doing it yourself. And this, again, the name of the game is speed here. So then you're looking at what types of workshops can I do? Pre-recorded, live, evergreen, and different other components of your workshop. And then looking at what kind of, actual webinar platforms am I going to choose from and why? So we go through some of the top ones and we talk about the characteristics and features of different ones. We say, all right, if you want to do this kind of workshop, these are your best options for this reason. If you're not worried about that, but you want to do this kind of workshop, okay, you can go lower cost and probably do it this way. If you want to go really low cost, you can do that, but you're not going to be able to do X, Y, Z. So we line that out for you again to take the guesswork out, make it fast and easy to get these things set up. Then we have then we have the registration and confirmation page, and then the associated emails when someone does register. And as you'll see here in a little bit, I'm going to go through not just the modules, but all of the bonuses, which are hugely valuable, save you a ton of time. They're literally templates of all the different types of emails you're going to need, templates of these exact web pages, landing pages for when someone wants to register, and then the redirect page when they're confirmed that they're registered, and the associated emails. All that's laid out for you, and I explain in these modules why we have certain components of those pages to get people to act. And this is coming from, we've been doing landing pages and registrations and sales pages and info, just all these different things to get people to act and perform certain, things we're asking them to do. We've been doing it for years and years, and we've put it all into this course. And then finally, this lesson 4 is a big one. This is crafting the actual script, the actual, presentation itself. And again, what you'll see is one of the bonuses is going to be the actual slides from that recent workshop I did where I, mentioned you scored $4,000 worth of clients. So make sure you don't miss that one, but that's going to take a lot of the time out of it. Even if your topic is totally different, this is what in this video I outline kind of the step-by-step, the path and the journey that you need to take this person on. It's not just, hello, I'm Jarod Carter with Carter Physiotherapy, and I'm here to help, show you how to help your back from home and then go straight into the content. There's a path that you have to take them on in order to develop a certain type of relationship and pre-frame them to be open to what you have to offer. right? And because of what you've done early on, you know that you've filled it with really targeted, ideal clients that really need this information and need what you have to offer. So moving on from module 2 to module 3, hit the course home button. It's going to take me back, but I can just hop back down here. There we go. Module 3. Now we've got it set up. We've created a high converting, awesome presentation. The script is there. Everything, the slides are ready. We've got our confirmation registration pages there. Okay, now how do we fill it? And there's a lot of different ways to fill. I'm just checking back over here just to see. Again, if you're here live and when I flip over my screen here, if you can, let me know, can you see this homepage screen or the screen looking inside the Online Patient Attraction System course? That would be great. I'm always having trouble with this platform here. A lot of times I can't see comments as they come through. Anyhow, so how to fill your workshop with prospective patients. Again, we've got videos for each of these different lessons. First one is all about how you can do so through email. Lesson 2 is all the different social media strategies. It's way beyond just posting on your personal and business page. There's so many things you can do with groups, with Facebook Live, et cetera. Different, it's not just Facebook either, all the different platforms, direct messaging, bots, all kinds of stuff in there that are outlined, and you can implement, so many different ways. You can really fill large amounts of people if you take all this information and put it in play. And then finally, some phone concepts or phone strategies and other really powerful but underutilized, unknown promotional channels to fill your online workshops and webinars. Really, really powerful stuff. And there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to get a solid audience for ongoing webinars. And I say ongoing because once you've done this once you've set it up, there's no reason you shouldn't continue to wash, rinse, and repeat and do that same powerful webinar and just improve upon it and continue to do it live and fill it with new people. Because once you've got it all set up, it's so easy to do that. And when you have all of the different concepts and strategies here on how to fill it, you can fill the same webinar over and over and over again for a long time into the future before you ever have to start doing paid advertising, which can be a part of it. And we cover that in module 5, but you don't have to go there in the beginning with all those strategies. Okay, so now you've got it full. It's all ready to go. How do you make sure that it goes smoothly and you put on a professional, powerful live presentation? And that really comes down to the test runs and practice runs that you do and all the planning that needs to happen beforehand, knowing every click to make. And you got to do this with an assistant. If you can, please consider having someone help you. They can man the chat. I give every example of what they need to be doing, what you need to be doing. And then there's the pre-workshop and webinar day, checklist itself, which is also one of the bonuses. So you actually have the true checklist. But in this lesson, I walk you through what that day looks like, that morning of the webinar, what you should be doing, all the little details that if you've not done it before, it's easy to miss those details, and those details can totally screw things up. You do not want to put all this time and effort and energy and money into getting this thing produced and filled and then have the tech, wheels fall off when it comes time to go live. You do not want that to happen. So this is a really, really important module as well. And then finally, moving on to you've put it all together. You've delivered a great presentation online. Now it's time to make sure that we follow up appropriately. Anything that, whether it's automated follow-up or manual, and it's usually a mix of both. And that we analyze the data, we analyze all the different factors and things that our webinar platform and CRM platforms and things will allow us to look at. And then be able to say, to reverse engineer and say, where did we go wrong? Where could we improve? So the follow-up, all the email strategies and other things, because a lot of people are not going to convert and take you up on your offer right in that moment in the webinar. Plenty will, but if you know how to follow up properly and you have the emails for that and the different systems in place, you will get a lot more conversions after the webinar in a lot of cases than you do during the webinar. So you've got to have those in place, and this lesson tells you exactly what to do there. And then finally, on the post-game kind of analysis, and you'll even see in one of the bonuses I'll show you here in a moment, I do a post-game analysis of the recorded webinar that did so well for us just recently. So you can see exactly what I did in that webinar, and I'll pause it at different times and tell you, all right, this is why I said this here. Probably could have said this here, or I should have moved that there. But I'm basically going back and doing what you need to do as well, is rewatching what you did, but also not just rewatching the recorded webinar, but all of the things that I'll come back to this screen here again. All of the things that that would tell you, all right, so for instance, I had, X amount of people register. Well, is that good or is that bad? Okay. How can I make that better? Which emails did I send out that actually had the most click-through rate, or the most open rate? Okay. What subject line did I use for that one? Great. What subject line didn't perform so well? All right, great. Learn from that. What about the call to action within the emails, right? What about the registration page itself? Were we getting a lot of click-throughs from the emails or from our social posts, but they're getting to the landing pages, and it's showing us that we're getting, only one opt-in for every 50 visitors. Well, what do we need to do on the landing page to tweak? What can we test on the next one to see and improve those numbers? And we ask those questions in this module about every step along the way, whether it's getting them to register, getting them to show up live, getting them to convert during the webinar, getting them to convert after the webinar. So all those different steps are profit generators. They're also potential profit leaks. And it's really important to analyze those things and tweak them and improve at all times. And then we also, in this module, this lesson, get into how to determine ROI if you're going to be using paid advertising, excuse me, and analyzing based on your cost, I'm sorry, not cost, but your customer lifetime value, how much you can spend to get a registrant, knowing your likely conversion rates of registrants to paying customers. So it gets a little technical at the end, but if you want to go there, we take you there, and we make it as clear as possible. So that is the end of the course, I believe. Yep. And now let's look at the bonuses, because there's 6 bonuses and they're super valuable. Excuse me. Coming back, just making sure I'm still live here. This is all done, and all y'all have seen is this screen here. I'm gonna have to redo this. All right, so here we are. Let's see. Bonus 1. What was bonus 1? Bonus 1 is our done for you email templates, registration emails, confirmation emails. That means a comma. Event reminders. Making sure they show up and convert. Right. Promotional emails to get them there in the first place, as well as the follow-up emails that need to go out afterwards. So again, most of these will have if it's a Google Doc, it'll have a clickable table of contents. So these are example emails and literal templates that you can just put in your information, put in the title, and put in your benefit list and that kind of stuff. And you can see the examples that I created for my own workshop based on those templates. So it really spells it out and saves you a ton of time. Bonus 2, high converting webinar landing page templates. So we have here is just 2 landing pages that if you use leadpages.net, we have an affiliate link that you'll get. I think if you click through, you can get a discount. But you can literally just click use this landing page and just change the text and just use what I've created. Change your picture, change your bio, but it's kind of all set up for you. And these are designed based on, again, years of studying what converts in landing pages, right? And then we have just this confirmation page once they've signed up, where we have a very carefully designed thank you and kind of confirmation video, as well as some social proof, an offer for a free consultation. They don't have to wait until until what is it? You don't need to wait till Thursday to get the info you need. I'm pre-framing because I want them to get on my therapist schedules. So I'm telling them about the other telehealth experts at Carter Physiotherapy. Everything you're seeing here is there for a very deliberate and trained reason, right? And you kind of get those templates just handed to you to utilize or have someone else kind of reproduce. If you don't use leadpages.net, you can still use them as examples. Bonus 3. High converting workshop PowerPoint templates. Right now, I'll just show you the Google slide version. We're getting the PowerPoint on there, and I think we also have just the PDF version. So whatever platform you use for your slides, we've got something for you. So literally, you can just take this and again, change out the branding if you want, change the images, do what you want with it. But essentially, this is going to show you an example of that journey and the path and the reason that I I and many others that sell things via webinars or sell free consults, that turn into, customers via webinars, what has worked really, really well? There is a formula that works very, very well. And I walk you through in that module and then show you with these templates exactly what that is. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And you actually get true conversions here. I've seen a lot of people put a lot of time into webinars and they don't know this stuff, and they end up, spending a lot of time and money and not having a lot of return on that investment of time and money. And that is a real shame, but this is all set up to make sure that that doesn't happen for you. Okay. So how to get free PR in local media for your services and online workshops. This is a 10-page document. When we converted to telehealth, got on the local news and parlayed that into some other things. So making sure you follow up in the right way, parlay things into new offers, making sure that you get on social media in the right way, all that stuff. And then I get into the difference between and the importance of the difference between press releases and pitches, and how you can use both of them to get your workshops and your news about your practice and your new services, if you have new services, picked up. Or even your established services. Then there's examples of actual press releases that I've successfully used. And this is a really awesome place. It's a full-on list of all these free places that you can post your press releases. So super valuable if you want to get some free PR for your new services or for these workshops that you're going to be putting on. And then bonus 6 is let's see here. Bonus 5. Where'd that go? Oh, bonus 5 is on this page. This is the recording I was talking about, where I'm taking you through my recorded webinar, pausing it and talking you through why I'm doing different things, what I would have done differently, how this worked, how that worked, all that kind of stuff. And this is really useful for when you're creating your webinar and when you're practicing it really throughout this whole process from A to Z. This is a very useful bonus for you to come back to and watch a couple times and really study how this is done, at a high level, at a high conversion level. And then bonus 6 is the online workshop checklist. I always want things to be quick, easy access, to know I'm not missing any steps. So here you actually literally have a checklist for all the stuff leading up to the workshop, the day of, pre-work, during the workshop, and then post-workshop. So you're not missing any details there. So I hope that, whether you're planning on accessing all the step-by-step guidance on, how to make this happen for your practice, hope that helped. And even if you're thinking of just piecing it together yourself, spending a little more time and trying to make it happen on your own, that looking at that and all the things that need to go into, that process of creating and producing and then following up on a high converting workshop, I really hope that this helped. If you have any questions about the course, you can visit drjarodcarter.com/workshop course for the info page, all the information there. Or if you're watching this on Facebook, please leave a question in the comments below. Let me know if you appreciated this information, if it helped you to figure out anything to do with using online workshops and webinars to reach your target market and convert your audience into paying customers. It's been working extremely well for my practice and so many others that I've been training in my mastermind and my audience as a whole. So I hope that you follow suit. And again, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or comments on this video or on the course. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next Tuesday.